As the fighting and bombing in Ukraine gets more intense, people continue to flee to neighboring countries. And Adrienne is in Warsaw, Poland. Tonight, Adrienne, you're starting to see firsthand the growing refugee crisis there.
Yeah, hi, good evening, Ian. You're right, it's playing out in all sorts of ways, all sorts of places. This is central Warsaw. Behind me is the train station, one of them. Just over here is a bus station. If you spend any amount of time here, you see these waves of people coming throughout the night. The volunteers who are here, who are handing out, they're handing out water, they're handing out clothing, are telling us that they are expecting around 50,000 people to come into Poland today alone. This country has received the bulk of the some 670,000 people who have left Ukraine over the course of just the last week. When you look at the people who are coming and going, and you just never know when you're going to see them, but you see a lot of children and a lot of women. We know what that is about. We know that the men of fighting age have to stay, but you also do not see a lot of elderly people. And that's interesting because Ukraine, like Canada, is a country that has an older population, which means a lot of people are being forced to do some very difficult goodbyes, leaving behind parents and grandparents, people who are frail, who have mobility issues, who just cannot handle these terrible weights across the border. The trip for many people to get to this point began in Kyiv. The train station there is now just a sea of worried faces. Others are crossing by road. This is Svetlana. She made it to Hungary with her 2-year-old, but not with her husband.
My husband can drive, but he stays, yes, because... Yes.
Not everyone at the borders is saying that they're being treated equally. Foreign students are finding escape especially hard.
Mostly they would consider white people first.
We went to the train station and they will not let us in. And when they did let us in, they were like, you have to give us money because this is not for free for you because you're foreign.
All the border countries are bracing at this point for an estimate of maybe 4 million people crossing, all those people fleeing the invasion. The aid workers who are here are saying that they're very much in a triage situation. So you have to get people food, you have to get them water, you have to get them immediate shelter. And they're starting to be worried about the wounded. What do you do about the people who are being hurt in all these attacks? Poland is actually preparing a medical train right now to try to get as many people from the border area into hospitals as they can. And then comes the really difficult question. No one who flees war wants to do anything other than go home, but some people are going to have to consider living somewhere else for potentially quite a long time. So this is where other countries, Canada included, are starting to have conversations about resettlements. This has all happened very fast, Ian.
You're in central Warsaw tonight, and we'll be hearing a lot more from you tomorrow. Thanks, Adrienne.